Lesson number 4, do you really want to succeed? When you want what you've never had, you must be willing to do that which you've never done. Do you really, really want to succeed? It sounds silly to even ask you, doesn't it? I know you say you want to succeed. Everybody says they want to experience life-changing success. I said I wanted to be successful many, many times before I actually became successful. There are two kinds of people in the world: people who do what they say they're going to do, and people who tell you what they're going to do. I know this because I've been both of them. The question is, are you the kind of person right now who will actually do what you say you're going to do? This gets me fired up every time I think about it. I'm still the tried and failed guy. Same person, different results. Every time I tried and failed, I would tell my family and friends that I'd started this new business and it was going to change my life. I would go on and on about how amazing this new business was and how you'd have to be crazy not to do it. Does this sound familiar? It was the greatest business ever invented. My new business was going to allow me to take my family on awesome vacations. Soon I'd be driving a new car. We'd be living in a new house. You just watch me. And they watched me, all right. But I never did anything. And it was embarrassing. I didn't want to look those people in the eye. So how's that possible? I was all fired up and then I never did anything. You see, all I ever did was talk about what I was going to do. The truth is, I never did anything. I was afraid I was going to fail. Now hear those words. I was afraid I was going to fail. I didn't want to look foolish, so I made excuses, and I had plenty of them. I had to memorize the presentation first before I did anything else. I had to be able to answer every possible question that anybody would ever have because I don't want to look foolish. Please hear me when I say that if you want to do this, if you really want to do this, you cannot wait to learn everything because you will fail. Because people will say, hey, how's that new business going, Scott? And you'll go, well, you don't want to tell them that you're being foolish. So you go, well, I'm working on it. When I worked on radio and on television, I was always confident in my ability to do the job. This was different. I thought I had to be perfect and know everything before I could do anything. I was afraid I would fail, and therefore I did nothing. And I failed. What the heck was wrong with me? Sometimes you just have to laugh at yourself for being silly. Now, remember me telling you that I'd made every mistake you could possibly make? Well, you can add this one to the list. I had always been a doer in my life. All my life, I believed I could do anything, but this time I froze. Does this sound familiar to you? You cannot succeed if you do nothing. I watched others become successful, and I wanted what they had, but I wasn't willing to do what they were doing. You see, one of the things they were doing was talking to people, opening themselves up to hearing the word no. And guess what? You're going to hear the word no. You're going to talk to people about your new business that you're so excited about, you can't stand it. In many cases, you're going to hear no 1 or 2 or 3 times, and then you're going to stop and do nothing. Success in network marketing comes to those who do something every single day or every other day, often, that gets them closer to their goals. You see, doing something in your new business is better than doing nothing, even if it's wrong. Did you hear that? Doing something is better than doing nothing, even if it's wrong. Because when you do something wrong, you have actually accomplished something. You have learned what not to do, which gets you closer to what you should be doing. Of course, you want to succeed. Nobody really wants to fail. These are important words. Try not, do or do not. There is no try. Who said it? Yoda. Now, I know that's kind of silly, but it's true. There is no try. It's a powerful message, isn't it? Let's do it this time. Everybody has to start somewhere. You must start by making a decision to do what successful people do. You've probably heard the old saying, you must be in the right place at the right time to be successful, right? Well, that's true, but there's a lot more to it than that. If you get on a treadmill and you stand there and you never turn it on, right place, right time, but you don't get any results. You're in the right place at the right time. You're in the gym, on the treadmill, but you must take action to get the results you desire. Now think about this. You don't have to wait until you know everything about treadmills to see results. You really don't have to know much of anything. Just get on, turn it on, and start walking. You'll learn as you go. And that's the way it is in network marketing. If you haven't had success on a treadmill before, you'll probably start slow. I mean, when you haven't been on a treadmill like ever or very often, you're not going to go really, really fast. But if you stay with it long enough, you start to see results. And that's one of the keys to network marketing. Will you stay with it long enough to see results? Get on, take action, stay in the game. On the other hand, if all you do is talk about how you want to get in shape, I'm really going to get in shape this time, nothing will happen. Now, I should know because I was very overweight for most of my life. I talked about losing weight all the time, just like I talked about becoming successful in one network marketing business after another. But then, about losing weight, I got really, really, really serious, and I lost 55 pounds in 92 days. 55 pounds, 92 days. Now, that's probably not the healthiest way to lose weight. Probably should have lost that weight a lot slower. But at least I stopped talking about getting in shape and started doing something about it. How did I do it? I started walking. Now, listen carefully. I didn't walk 100 miles my first week. I walked like a mile or a mile and a half the first day, and then a little more. And within 6 weeks, I was walking literally outside in 100-degree temperatures. I was walking 100 miles a week. You can't try to lose weight. Seriously, how do you try to lose weight? You can't do it. No doubt about it, I told people for decades that I was going to get in shape, but I never got serious about losing the fat, the weight. I was right there, this close to being morbidly obese. How do you try and get on a treadmill? Don't you just, you just either put one foot on the treadmill and then the other, or you don't. How do you try to start eating the right foods? You either get on the treadmill or you don't. You either start eating the right foods or you don't. There's no try. You either eat the right foods and start exercising, see it's one step and then another, or you continue to eat the wrong foods and watch a lot of TV while eating food that keeps you fat. There's no try. So will you choose to be successful in your network marketing business? Because there is no try. You see, I was tired of looking in the mirror and seeing an obese guy. When I decided to make the change, it happened much faster than I ever thought possible, and success in your network marketing business can happen that same way too. Remember this, people who do what they say they're going to do, people who tell you what they're going to do. My question for you right now is, which one are you? For a long time, I was the guy who only talked about changing his life with a network marketing business. That's why I tried and failed, tried and failed, and tried and failed. And I was the guy who only talked about losing weight and getting in shape. Now I am the guy who can stand before you and say, I do what I say I'm going to do. The only way you will ever be successful in network marketing or any network marketing business or anything in life is when you choose to become the person who does what they say they're going to do and then does it. Now think about this. Could you have a job and say you are going to go to work, but never actually go to work? And would you have a job for very long? Would you get paid from that job for very long if you said, I'm gonna try to go to work? It sounds silly to even say that. It's the exact same thing. You have to do network marketing. Be an active participant. People say they're going to make a lot of money in their new network marketing businesses all the time, every single day. And some even say that they've made a decision to succeed. Scott, I've made a decision to succeed. Well, that's good, but that's not good enough. Make the decision and then take action on your decision. Take massive and immediate action. One of the many reasons I failed over and over again is now so easy for me to see, but I never saw it when I was failing. The grass is always greener somewhere else. Now, you need to be careful. There are going to be people that are going to tell you, oh, but our company's better. When things aren't going very well, every other business looks better than the one you're doing right now. You lose focus because things look better in every other company. And people are always tempting you with, well, I know you're in network marketing. You'll love this. Our comp plan is better. When you lose focus, you will usually stop working. And when you stop working on your business, it will not grow. I knew I should have done that business instead of this one. I just knew it. People are making a lot of money over there, I'll bet their product sells better than ours. They've got a super double matching bonus program and we don't. How come? All of your excuses begin to sound good and they seem to make sense. Heck, they may even make you look smart. But there's a huge problem. And please don't get mad at me. You're the problem because you've lost focus. Don't lose focus on your business. Here's a thought. You aren't making any money because you aren't doing what it takes to become successful. At least that was my problem. If you're like me, it's probably your problem too. The end result never changes. You fail in one company after another over and over and over again. You need to make the decision to change your life by becoming successful in your new business and then take massive and immediate action. Get in the game. Do what successful people do. Hopefully by now you've already found somebody in your upline who is successful, who has agreed to mentor you. Stay focused. Put the blinders on. Do what they did to become successful. Ignore all the other businesses, all the other stuff, and focus on doing what successful people do. Now here's the good news. No matter what you have or haven't done in the past, you can change. You can make money or you can make excuses, but you cannot do both.